At that level because I'm too busy and self-important.
Well, let's see, what day is it today? I don't remember. September 21st. And it's snowing. To state the obvious. So these cows are grumpy. They're convinced that there's nothing left to eat here. So it is getting short. I'm days away from moving them. So I thought I'd feed them a couple bales, see if they clean it up. I drove around on the other side. You can't get up this hill with a vehicle, and I don't think I could get up it with a tractor with wet snow on top of wet grass. I was hoping they'd be up on the hill over there where there still is grass, but no. They're all standing in the corner wanting to get in that alleyway and get out of here, I guess. So I'd really like to feed them up there, but I don't think I can get up that hill. It would make for a good video if I fail. And even if I make it up the hill, I really don't want to come down the hill. That would be even more frightening. So I don't think I'm going to attempt that. We'll just feed them over here beside where I'd like them to walk, straight up a hill. The cows actually don't go up here. They go around. They're smart. And there's a trail where they do a switchback up the hill. But it's so rutted up from them doing that in a small area, and then when it gets wet the water runs down that trail and they punch it full of holes. And I think there's also a whole lot of trees laying across it right now, so I won't be doing that with a tractor either. So you can go up the first hill there, it'd be okay, then you kind of turn the corner and then it pretty much goes straight up from there. So I'm not going to do that. Problem with feeding them is once you start feeding them, then they'll just stand here kind of like they're already doing and wait to have the feed delivered to them again. This is supposed to continue tomorrow, and then it's supposed to get warm again, so over the weekend this will all disappear. And even over here there's, I mean, it's old, trampled on dead grass, but they just don't want to eat it. So they do seem a little hungry. This is last year's hay. It's not very good hay. So we'll see. What they do with it. And of course we're unrolling the wrong way. Never fails. There is no flat ground on this place. Look out! They want to fight the bale. This bale isn't too bad. It's actually pretty good. I love this 3-point hitch bale unroller. For a, relatively speaking, in terms of farm equipment, a cheap little piece of equipment. It's so much better than trying to unroll with the front end loader. It just drives you nuts. It's not as good as a shredder, but for a small operation, you know, compare this thing cost, I forget what it was, $1,000 or something, versus a shredder looking at 10, 12, 15, depends how new or you buy. There is some research that suggests that a shredder is not the best way to feed hay, because it just blows the fines into a big cloud of dust. It certainly is the best way to spread straw, there's no doubt about that. And then maybe if the hay isn't the highest quality. But the reason the guys use them is because A, they don't pull the twine, and B, it doesn't do this, where I'm unrolling and nothing's coming off. The shredder, it's gonna come apart. This requires a little more patience. Whoa! There's nothing wrong with it. It had a shower on it. It's not green, but it's pretty good hay. I don't want to feed them that good of hay. Otherwise they'll just stand here expecting it. All right, girls, look out. Oh, I need to turn it around. You guys better clean this up. The source of that spring that runs into that tank down there comes out of this hill, so I keep it fenced off because of course the cows want to drink. They don't want to walk that extra couple hundred feet. There's been various attempts to fence it off that have kind of fallen down over the years, so I decided to use electricity. I was going to bring a battery out and I forgot. Looks like it's still going. Got a leaf right in front of it. There. So that's the pipe, and water kind of, ouch, oh, dummy. This is my scientific way of keeping it in the water. As the cows step on it, it always gets pulled down the hill. I think it probably started up underneath that cement block at one time, but it kind of seeps out of the ground sort of right about here somewhere, and it runs year-round. The tank will go through the winter as long as this doesn't freeze up. Like if something blocks the flow, well then the line freezes and you're done for the year or for the winter. It's pretty nice to have though. I can water all 4 quarters that we pasture from that corral down there, from this spring. They have to walk a ways from the top 2, but they can do it. am creep feeding the calves. I think that pays money, you know, when you're trying to get these cows to polish off this old dormant or dead or whatever you want to call it, brown grass. Protein level in the grass has got to be very low, so the cows don't really need the nutrition that bad. They're going to get some real good grass here in October again. So, you know, breeding's done. Who's ever open is open. So this way, at least, you know, the calves are getting protein and some carbs in them. How's it going in here? Making a big mess. Gets wet. Oops. It's definitely going down. That's the second load of creep feed I've put in them, so you get 5 tons in there, metric tons. So that tank just has an overflow on it, and runs down back into the creek that's sourced by that spring, and up into the dugout, into the slough, and across the road through the culvert. It's just nice to have clean water, you know, without water running all the time. It's always clean. You can't manufacture that. It's just natural. It's nice.